Well, it's really been a tale of two halves for the winter, or at least two places here where the western part of the U.S. has not had much of a winter. In fact, a lot of snow outside the mountain range, and the east has been fairly cold too, with quite a bit of snow too. We're going to kind of flip this because this is the current temperatures right now. You can see how warm it is out to the west and where the cold air is. But we're going to start to feel some of this temperature change here. As you know, it's just to the western part of North Dakota where they've seen high temperatures in the 50s with the green shaded area, while we struggle in the 20s. 60s are not that far off to the west either. So eventually we're going to get some of this air to begin to shift east and the pattern will change. But it's going to take a little bit more time. I think you'll really see start changes coming later this week and early next week, where we may top 40 degrees here. But in the meantime, with the transition comes some precipitation, and sometimes that can be in the form of a wintry mix too. Current temperatures are hold steady in the 20s too. Some areas are a little bit warmer in the mid-20s. They will begin to fall a little bit tonight, but don't expect them to fall too much more into the teens, given cloud cover that's going on and some precipitation coming too. It's all associated with the warm front right there will bring the first round. There'll be a cold front coming through and another one too on early Friday with this system. That'll usher in the colder air, but also gives us some more precipitation to deal with too. So that's what we're going to contend with for Thursday morning. As I said, overnight lows minus Sparta, which is incorrect right now. All the overnight lows should be more in the teens too. Overall, low teens, mid-teens, but even some areas may stay into the 20s too. Now, tomorrow temperatures will climb above freezing in the afternoon, but if you're expecting sunshine to go along with it, we're going to have a lot of cloud cover too. There may be a few breaks in the afternoon, but don't expect bright sunshine. There'll be a lot of cloud cover out there, but overall we will start to rise in the afternoon to get above freezing. For tonight, it's really just a lot of cloud cover that'll begin to push into the area, and the precipitation won't become much of a factor until we get later after about 3. This precipitation here will be in the form of light snow that'll come through, just a little bit of bands that stretch all the way to the southwest. As you see, they get more narrow. Further northeast you go, more wider spread, so the chances are better as you go further north. This will come through probably about 4 to about 7. Once this main area pushes through about 6, that's when we could get a little bit of freeze and drizzle change over here. So that would be the time frame to look for that, is about 6 to maybe 8 a.m. and further west you go, probably better. That'll continue once we get past about 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. It's going to be a fairly quiet day that could see pockets of drizzle maybe, or even freeze and drizzle throughout the daytime, but really it's going to be the cloud cover that'll stick around. Then tomorrow night, that's when we start seeing that cold front begin to approach, and here's the one that could cause a little bit of concern. You can see the pink come down there. That is freeze and drizzle, some potential light snow. Once again, it'll be coming through probably after 3 a.m. It'll sweep through the area probably about 6 to 7, and then we'll begin to see north winds ushering that colder air. Temperatures will begin to fall. Friday's highs, that's probably early in the morning or just after midnight. The latest will probably be noon. They'll start falling in the afternoon with the colder air. And then, unfortunately, there's your winds, 15 to 20 in the afternoon. Could be gusting higher. Saturday, unfortunately, we're going to be one more day of cold, and that could be sub-zero temperatures. But that's probably it for sub-zero for quite a while, because we're going to flip the switch the weekend, 45 on Monday, and then it gets kind of messy Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with a lot of question marks on precipitation overall. So more changes likely for that period, but overall it still looks to be above average, even if we go with some rain or so further next week. So one last probably day of sub-zero for a while. That'll be Saturday morning. That's probably it.
That's it. Thanks, Greg.